Trust, justice, and ethics all play a key role in making operational and organizational behaviors as successful as they can possibly be. Justice represents the trust that employees and employers provide their organizations with as a result of equal treatment provided by that organization. Operational behaviors include four different categories of justice. There's distributive justice, procedural justice, interpersonal justice, and informational justice. Our goal during this presentation is to explain how exceptional operational behaviors lead to an educated understanding of what is just and how we can gain the trust of our employees by the fair practice of equal treatment.
Most companies have systems in place to ensure that they maintain justice, equal treatment, and ethically correct organizations. Although laws are put into place to prevent things like pay gaps from occurring, gender pay gaps still exist in the modern day workforce. Gender pay gaps are bad for both women and organizations. It does not promote good business while also holding women back in the work and financial fields.
According to CNN, companies like Time's Up and the U.S. women's national soccer team are working together in order to create awareness and progress in the gender pay gap problem that exists in the world. The women's national soccer team and the other organizations are working towards stronger public policies for companies and more enforceable laws toward gender discrepancy and equal pay. A strong justice system is necessary in order to reduce the pay gap problem and increase equal pay for all women. Every form of justice plays a very important role in the process of successfully achieving fair treatment and equal pay between genders in the work field. Distributive justice is the outcome of decision making in a perceived fairness situation. Procedural justice looks at the process of decision making and fairness is perceived.
Interpersonal and informational justice. Interpersonal justice is the perceived fairness of how employees are treated by authorities. Interpersonal justice rules include respect, which question, do authorities in the workplace treat employees with sincerity? And propriety, which questions, do authorities in the workplace refrain from improper remarks? Informational justice is the perceived fairness in communications that is given to the employees from authorities. Informational justice rules include justification, which questions, do authorities in the workplace explain procedures thoroughly? And truthfulness, which questions if those explanations are honest. Trust, justice, and ethics. An organization brand is built and maintained not only by its reputation, but by the quality of the product and the way it is perceived by the consumer. Consumer consumption and their perceptions are primarily built on the consistency of acting in a just and ethically correct manner, thus creating a trustworthy organization. This is how the two parts of this chapter come together. Now, in terms of justice, even though most organizations have made big improvements in the last decade, there still is an existing pay gap between female and male genders within several organizations.
Trust and its branches. Trust plays a huge role in organizational behavior as it dictates how members of the organization view one another. There are three primary types of trust. First is disposition-based trust, where it is simply in one's nature to trust others. Next is cognitive-based, where trust is based on how individuals rationally assess authority. Finally is affect-based, where trust has transcended rational thought and is based on an individual's feelings towards their authority. The importance of trust. Trust plays a key role in businesses as it creates credibility for both customers and employees. Economic shifts and corporate scandals have made a huge impact on how businesses are viewed and led to declining trust on the part of both consumers and employees alike. Studies have shown that less than 50% of the population currently places any trust in business. These studies also show that there is a strong positive correlation between trust and job production. The level of trust employees have for their organization impacts their ability to focus and therefore the attention they devote to their company. Ethics and its influences. Corporations and individuals alike are driven by a moral compass. An ethical climate solidifies that things are running as they should be and creates a stronger sense of loyalty to the organization. Ethics at work. Companies are generally led by an ethics policy. This is used to determine the trustworthiness of individuals and guide organizational leaders in making ethical decisions. In the workforce, skills and trustworthiness go hand in hand. When skills lack ethics, many companies have faced self destruction.
The goal is to have laws that put justice and ethics together within organizations and operational behaviors that should promote fair and equal treatment. Operational behaviors are the basic understandings of what is just and ethically correct in which an organization may successfully determine if the right work is being done. In order for that to be accurate, there needs to be fair pay, equal treatment. We need to be able to have complete transparency within companies to be able to be honest with each other and improve for the future. The four types of justice: distributive, procedural, interpersonal, and informational are the catalysts toward understanding how to improve and make a better future in the workplace for both men and women, in hopes of preventing the gender pay gap that still exists nowadays.
Discussion questions. What is justice and what impact does it have within an organization? True or false? If a company pays for seniority versus job performance, distributive injustice might be viewed. Which would be more damaging in an organizational life? Being too trusting or not trusting enough?